go. Gonna try to get off the Citadel this time. See if we can. Double check something. Okay. So I left off. Still gotta scan the one at the top of the thing, and then everything else is out there, so should be good. This is, yeah, this is the
Rex,
document.
forgive the impertinence, but you are not like the Krogan described in the stories on the flotilla.
When you're young, you go looking for every fight you can. You get older, you realize the best fights will find you.
Fair enough. Yes, I can get past you. It's the last keeper. So because of that level up, I can either get all of electronics, or I could work on my Spectre training. Spectre training increases health, accuracy, and effectiveness of all attacks and powers, and it gains Unity. Unity just allows you to revive everyone on your team without having to use Medigel. Which is kind of good, but from what I've seen, I don't use Medigel to hack stuff really. So, I might as well try. Let's keep getting the new pistols. Okay, let's talk to these two.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll try. Yeah, why are you
This
forcing
isn't
him to
right.
retire?
The Normandy belongs to you.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The Conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the Conduit is before he does.
The two planets that the one guy talked about.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the Conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the Conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Is that it?
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Yeah, I'll start there because
Sounds
she
like
is
we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
our last
It's your decision,
companion.
Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Yeah, it's your job, but fine. It might be necessary.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Yeah, why'd you hide it?
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
Yeah, that never goes right.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren.
Yeah, it's his fault.
I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only
Probably
thing I
not.
care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
So we'll
Any
learn
extra
about the
intel you can
different
give me on our
planets.
colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. T'Soni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Noveria respects. But they aren't popular.
I should go.
Alrighty.
I'll be here if you need anything.
And away we go. Finally getting off the Citadel.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Yeah, be honest.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Pep speech. Okay. So we'll do our first going around the galaxy, because that's always fun. I thought that was something.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
It wasn't his fault he got shot in the back of the head.
I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Alright. I wish Presley had more lines, but he doesn't get to talk much. Alright, here we go. So this is where it gets to the part where it's like you can go wherever you want to go. All of these you can go explore and do side quests and go on uncharted worlds. I think we'll work our way down. Century. Such a cool sound effect.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
Yeah, it's not...
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard.
They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
Yeah, you don't mess with a bunch of people who basically have superpowers and just be like, that's not much.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed them.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
Yeah, we don't have to kill him.
This without violence.
That may not be possible, Commander. We don't want a bloodbath, but Kyle is dangerous. I'll trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
Yep, and then we can scan around the solar systems we go into and find different stuff. Heavy metal surveyed. While scanning this asteroid field in the Hawking Eta cluster, you detected a large deposit of palladium. And you can survey planets. Only one planet per system is actually, like, you can go on it, like for most systems. But the rest you can like just learn lore about it, like it says on the right, and you can survey it for resources, which if you get enough, it gives you money, it gives you resources for later games, and it also gives you XP. So, a terrestrial world of average size, Cantra's atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of tin, with deposits of calcium. Aside from some spectacular formations of water ice at the poles, the planet has little to recommend it. You get significant deposit of cobalt. I just read that for example. I won't read everyone. A medallion. While scanning the planet Theropto, you discovered a tiny moon with some odd readings. Further scans by Chief Engineer Adams revealed a destroyed escape pod. Your salvage team recovered the components and found a League of One medallion. Yep, so you can land there. Let me see if this has anything on it. Glendagan. So this is the fun part. We're going to talk to... I don't know if Kyle's on this planet or not. Or the moon anyway. If he is, then I should take the two Alliance people with me then. Because depending on who you take with you, sometimes they have things to input. And we gotta drive the Mako around. They updated it in the Legendary Edition. Before, you didn't even have these boosters, you just had to slowly drive around. But in this, they made it so you can exit. You got a machine gun, you got a cannon, you got boosters for jumping and stuff. It doesn't really work though. And you got boosters. You don't want to get close to these things. Oh boy. And pop up. Not want them to pop up underneath you because it's in one shot. Keep pointing it. Jump out on that. Kill it! Kill it! Woo-hoo! That was close. No. Die. There we go. Oh boy, those things were not fun to deal with. Pressure moths. See if it talks about them.
In the early 2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skyllian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
But a lot of the people that went during this assault on Torfin died on both sides. So it wasn't really fun for anybody.
The Citadel space is an unofficial term referring to any region of space controlled by a species that acknowledges the authority of the Citadel Council. At first glance, it appears this territory encompasses most of the galaxy. In reality, however, less than 1% of the stars have been explored. Even Mass Effect FTL drive is slow relative to the volume of the galaxy. Empty space and systems without suitable drive discharge sites are barriers to exploration. Only the mass relays allow ships to jump hundreds of light years in an instant, the key to expanding across an otherwise impassable galaxy. Whenever a new relay is activated, the destination system is rapidly developed. From that hub, FTL drive is used to expand to nearby star clusters. The result is a number of densely developed clusters, thinly spread across the vast expanse of space, connected by the mass relay network.
Yep. So it's very big, and it's always expanding the galaxy. It goes like, was it a light year every second? How fast does the galaxy expand? 73 kilometers per second per megaparsec, which is about says that every 3.26 million light years of distance, a galaxy is receding from us 73 kilometers per second faster. Yeah, so it's just really fast. And as we grow, other galaxies like the Andromeda Galaxy, if it's still there, because we don't know, because it's that far away, it's like when we see it, it's like a million years in the past. But that means that it would be also growing, but shifting away from us. So
Pharaoh, no.
It's a lot.
There are between 2 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy, and less than 1% of them have ever been visited or had their systems properly surveyed. Humanity's early expansion into the Attican Traverse was haphazard, a desperate race to claim habitable planets where populations can be economically settled. Ignored in the wake of this land grab were thousands of less hospitable worlds, each potentially rich with industrial resources. The wealth of entire solar systems lies untapped, waiting for corporate survey teams or independent pioneers to discover and exploit them. However, this is not an easy task. In addition to the environmental hazards, the fact that uncharted worlds are largely ignored makes them popular bases for criminals, revolutionaries, cults, and others who wish to remain unnoticed by galactic society.
I got some of this. The Solarians, League of One. Before they joined the Citadel Council, the Solarians' most potent military tool was a small reconnaissance team known as the League of One. Their primary training was in espionage and assassination. Never more than a dozen strong, the team was adept at infiltrating the tightest defenses and eliminating all necessary obstacles. Only a few top members of government and military were privy to the League's identities. League members wore no distinguishing garments and held no particular rank. The only evidence of their participation in the League was a small medallion presented to each member upon induction. This secrecy was maintained until the formation of the Council. In an effort to dispel rumors and appease their new Asari partners, the Solarian Union released all classified documents pertaining to the League. The League of One was suddenly exposed and in danger of being hunted by enemies of the Solarians. Before any harm could be done, the team mysteriously disappeared. Most assumed this was a convenient lie to help hide their identities, but a few months later, the inner cabinet was murdered. Though there was no incriminating evidence, it was clear who was responsible. Realizing the threat posed by this rogue outfit, the STG, or Solarians, or Special Task Group, dispatched a team of hunters. When they didn't return, the STG dispatched 10 of its brightest operators with broad discretionary powers. Only 2 returned. They reported no evidence of the League. No further incidents were reported, and it was assumed the League was wiped out. Some recently declassified documents, however, have suggested that there may have been a 13th member who eluded the Solarian military. So he killed everyone else. I think I read this one. No, I haven't. Humanity has encountered many galactic species. Wars have been few, but mistrust is rife. Politically, the Alliance is a peaceful trade partner of the Turians. As a practical matter, however, there is simmering antagonism and bigotry between both populations over the First Contact War of 2157. The Alliance enjoys good relations with the Asari, though many privately believe the matriarchs are aristocratic and overcautious. Though humans know better than to uncontrollably trust any Solarian, their shared, reckless ways may make them natural allies against the conservative Turians and Asari. The Krogan have no unified government, but individuals are generally treated as potential criminals. Hi. A reputation most Krogan enjoy living down to. The Alliance has no formal contact with the Quarians. Their migrant fleet has not yet passed through any human-settled system. The Batarians are rivals for control of the Skyllian Verge. They severed their treaties with the Citadel to prosecute a colonial conflict against the Alliance. Officially, there is no war, but neither is there any peace. Yeah, so we're friends with pretty much everyone besides the Quarians, which we're just kind of, they're there, but we don't talk to them. And the Batarians, which we hate. Well, we don't really hate them, they just hate us, because, yeah. Geological survey. As the human race expands its territory and raises the general standard of living, demand for industrial resources continues to grow. Many planets, moons, and asteroids contain a wealth of resources, but many systems have barely been charted, let alone thoroughly surveyed. Unmanned probes are one solution, but they are often lost to space hazards, unforeseen circumstances, or theft by salvagers. In recent years, AGES, the Alliance Geological Service, has offered bounties to private individuals or teams willing to perform mineralogical surveys on the frontier. This survey data is made publicly available to further corporate development. Due to the cost of travel and the dangers of operating on hostile worlds, it is rarely a profitable endeavor. Light metals. Metals with low atomic weight are often used in the construction of spacecraft and vehicles. Heavy metals, metals with higher atomic weights, are used to construct equipment components. The platinum group elements are particularly useful. Rare earths. Most useful minerals in this category are radioactives or magnets. And gases. Various gases are required to support all known forms of sapient life. Some are commonly used as fuel. And we got military jargon in case people don't understand that. I'll read it. Ashore is when a ship's crew leaves the vessel, they are ashore. Though normally used regarding planets, it can refer to boarding a space station. Away, when a ship releases the equipment tethering it to the space station or surface dock, it is away. Aye. The proper way to acknowledge an order. If told to attack, the correct response is aye, sir. If asked, are you proud to be a Marine, the correct response would be yes, sir. ASAP, pronounced ASAP, is an acronym as soon as possible. Belay is to stop or cease. Bridge is the navigation center of a spacecraft where the steering is done. The captain's mast is a non-judicial disciplinary proceedings by unit commanders. The CIC is the Combat Information Center. It is the command center of a spacecraft. The CIC is filled with sensor displays to make sense of the chaos of combat. DC is damage control, the containment and repair of damage to a spacecraft, usually like fires and stuff. ECM, electronic countermeasures used to avoid enemy sensors from passive emissions masking to active jamming. EVA is extravehicular activity. Time spent in a pressure suit outside of a vehicle, spacecraft, or station. Flank is the side of a military formation. Since the soldiers are facing elsewhere, an enemy that can attack on the flank can often turn it or roll it up. F and G is the freaking new guys, a derisive term for inexperienced personnel. Ground side, surface of a planet. Helmsman is the person that pilots a spacecraft. LADAR is light amplified detection and ranging, an active sensor that bounces lasers off an object to determine its bearing and distance. LADAR has sufficient resolution that the data can be reconstructed into an image. Shore party is the people that go ashore. Silent running, if you've ever watched Red October, you know that. It's where they go quiet and they try to be stealthy. SITREP, abbreviation of situation report, is an evaluation of the current military situation. A spacer is someone who has spent most of their life in space, and the XO is the executive officer, the second in command of an Alliance warship. He is responsible for administrative and personnel matters. Usually that's Presley when we're off ship. I guess that. And then the appearance of FTL drives. New space travelers ask, what does it look like outside a ship moving at faster than light speed? Part of the answer can be seen in a simple pane of glass. Light travels slower through glass than it does through open air. Light also moves slower in conventional space than it does in a high-speed mass effect field. This causes refraction. Any light entering at an angle is bent and separated into a spectrum. Objects outside the ship will appear refracted. The greater the difference between the objective and subjective speeds of light, the greater the refraction. As the subjective speed of light is raised within the field, objects outside will appear to redshift, eventually becoming visible only to radio telescope antenna. High-energy electromagnetic sources normally hidden to the eye become visible in the high blue spectrum. As the speed of light continues to be raised, X-ray, gamma ray, and eventually cosmic ray sources become visible. Stars will be replaced by pulsars, the accretion, don't know how to say that one, disks of black holes, quasars, and gamma ray bursts. To an outside observer, a ship within a Mass Effect drive envelope appears blue shifted. If within a field that allows travel at twice the speed of light, any radiation it emits has twice the energy as normal. If the ship is in a field of about 200 times light speed, it radiates visible light as X-rays and gamma rays, and the infrared heat from the hull is blue shifted up into the visible spectrum or higher. The ship moving at FTL are visible at great distances, though their signature will only propagate at speed of light. Yeah, and as you go faster, it's just going to make it easier to detect you. So there's always that to worry about. Yeah, max your throw. We can just completely destroy somebody. Do that, and then the rest will go towards assault rifles. Okay, so map. We'll go over here next. Yes, there's anomalies. Those can be anything from like Thresher Maws like we just went against, or sometimes it's even resources and stuff. There's debris, you go to that, you just hack it and you get resources, and then yeah, there'll be these X things that are usually like objectives. And it won't show it, but there are little flower kind of things that'll pop up when you're close enough, but only when you're close enough. And those are minerals. If we see them, I'll grab them. Otherwise, I'm not going to go out of my way to search the entire map for them. Yep, there's another anomaly. Let's see if I can get up here. Nope. Sometimes you can choose and just go up the wall. Kind of like Skyrim. But you gotta do really tight angles. Yeah, there you go. What's this? This cluster of prefab utility shacks have a distinctly ramshackle look to them. A set of rover tracks lead away over the mountain ridge to the southwest. Sorry if my reading isn't the best, I'm still tired. Got some armor too. So where are these tracks? North. And you get pretty environments like that where you can look up and see cool stars and moons. In this case, that's a planet, but still pretty cool. It's on fire. Or repair it. Repairing removes Omnigel, but, you know, it fixes everything. There you go. Turian insignia. Digging under the beacon revealed a piece of scrap metal, likely from an old freighter. It was marked on one side with the Macedon outpost signia. The front of the rover is crumpled in from impact. A glance inside tells you the occupants, probably a team of illegal wildcat miners, are dead. Debris is still sliding down the furrows left by its tires, silent in the near vacuum atmosphere. Sucks to suck, I guess. I mean, if you weren't doing the illegal stuff, you wouldn't be out here all alone, and when you die, you would have no one to help you. But just back it up.
En route.
And I level up because we did all that. I don't need to upgrade these two anymore. So I think I'll just put it into assault rifles. Because I usually use assault rifles or snipers. I don't tend to use pistols or shotguns, but I don't know. Someone will have to put down. Do you want me to keep playing Sentinel through the second and third games? Because I can. I usually do that. Like I pick a class and then I stay that same class the entire time. But I think there is an option I can switch. But that's all depending on what you guys want. I'm fine doing whatever. I did Engineer on the hardest difficulty. It's not fun. Because Engineer has literally only in the second game access to pistols and submachine guns, which are only, you know, kind of meh. The only good one is one you get in a DLC. So you have to rely on your powers mostly. So we'll have to see. Barrier to keep yourself alive, maybe? Or no, just lift. We're just gonna go full, like, you're just offensive biotic. And then you'll get more assault rifles, I think. I should see if I got anything new. So I got a bunch of those. And improved sighting. Accuracy. No. Well, you should get that then. He didn't have anything on it, so... He has a better pistol? Okay. Give him that and that. There you go. And then I got stuff for the armor. It's kind of meh for me, yeah. Go get it. And then you got nothing new? That's a little bit better. So either shields, regeneration, which is always good. Yeah. We'll give you toxin resistance. And she'll keep motorized joints, I guess. And then my grenades, I think, can be upgraded. Yeah, better high explosive. That's it, okay. And now we're gonna go over to the compound. They already got rockets shooting at me? There, that's what I was talking about with the flowers. That little gold deposit. I'll go grab that first. That is something.
Redeploying.
Deposit gold. go here first.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
Yeah, I'm here to help.
I want this to end peacefully. If he doesn't see me, people could get hurt.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
The Alliance wants someone to pay for those murders. Let me speak to Major Kyle, and maybe I can find some way to help you all get out of this alive.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
Yeah, but I want to go in here first. There's resources, probably. I think. Hopefully they don't attack me. Usually I go over there and talk to them, but I think... We're good?
Father Kyle says we biotics have to stick together.
As long as you don't kill me, bro. I'll leave you two to your business. Yeah, but I feel bad for these guys, because, yeah, oh, you're cool, you're a biotic, you get to have super telekinesis powers, stuff like that. But you also have to get this thing implanted in your spine, in your head, to help you control it, so you don't, you know, kill everyone around you. And then also that can cause you to go crazy or have intense pain. It's just altogether not worth it. Okay, that wasn't as good as it should have been, but it's fine. Now we'll go talk to Kyle. Nothing back here, right? Yeah, if I wanted to, I could do this without, you know, trying to talk this guy down. I could just end up having to fight everyone and kill them, which is... It's however you want to play the game. I try to do it like I want to try to help everyone, even though, yeah, I know they're not real, but people go through enough crap, especially now that, you know, you also got to deal with aliens, not just humans. Don't mind me stealing your stuff, it's fine. Just double checking. Okay. No. Okay. Well, I guess they're dead because something happened. Well, I tried. I guess I took too long. I thought Kate went to It's fine. This won't affect it too much. Trying to help you guys, but I see how it is.
I am Major Kyle. I know why you've come. We have no quarrel with you. Why can't you just leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand you're endangering your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
Some of them are dead.
You ordered your followers to kill those Alliance investigators. You must face the consequences of your actions. Do you really want your children to suffer for your sins too?
No. This was my fault. My children are innocent. Pure. Please. I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing, Major. Your children will be better off for it. Come on.
Wait. If my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand. Please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
I trust you.
I'm going to trust you. If you betray that trust, you and all your children will suffer.
I will not betray you, Commander. Thank you for this.
Joker can have the Fifth Fleet pick Major Kyle up. I just hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
You should return to the Normandy and notify the Alliance of Kyle's surrender. They'll dispatch a ship to take him into custody. And everyone's my friend again. I don't know why they turned. I don't know if did I accidentally press the button that pulled my gun out and then they turned, or did I go to a corner? I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Most of them lived. I wish they had unlimited sprint. It's a little ridiculous. It's fine though. And now we can just return to Normandy from the map.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We sent in a team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded, and the Major surrendered to us without incident. We'll make sure he gets the help he needs. To be honest, Shepard, I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath. I don't know how you did it, but you saved a lot of lives. Congratulations.
It might have been a bug. It's fine though. So now that place is finished. I think sometimes as the story goes on, more clusters or solar systems, whatever you want to call them, will pop up. But yeah, for now we finished that. Now we're going to the Kepler Verge.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
Well, I know this one. Yep. Sounds like a cover-up.
Former scientists. Sounds like someone has a project they'd like to keep secret.
We found a connection between the scientists and you. They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on a cruise.
This can't have anything to do with what happened to me on the Coos.
Those Thresher Maws killed dozens of soldiers. If this was more than just an accident, we need to know. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Yeah, Coos is where we, the colony got eaten by Thresher Maws. Matriarch writings. A scan of the planet Clencori revealed the cockpit of a Volus trading vessel. There are no signs of the rest of the ship, but the salvage team discovered one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings in the ship's systems. Yeah, the Matriarchs like to write a lot. Onto Rome. A gas giant appears to have a large concentration of hydrogen, which is always good. Him, because it's not been revealed yet, but Thresher Maws and Krogan are they really like to fight, so I'll do that, and Garrus. Level these guys up. Probably won't need to because we'll be in this the whole time probably, but just in case. Give you that and this. There you go. There you go. Now he can wear all Krogan armor, which is good. They got a better gun. That should be for like a sniper rifle or shotgun. That should also be like for either pistol, shotgun, or sniper. I'll say stability for that. That's a fair trade. Lose 2 shield, but you get a bunch of damage protection. Give you regeneration. That. Don't need all these Avenger ones. Just a bunch that you don't need. I'll give that to you. You'll like that. And that. These things, sure. But you like that. No new armor for you or you. But you can get one of these, right? You don't need regeneration because Krogan regenerate automatically, so I'll just give you better smash damage.
After the Geth,
Here you go,
thresher moths are subterranean carnivores that spend their entire lives eating or searching for something to eat. Threshers reproduce via spores that can lie dormant for millennia, yet are robust enough to survive prolonged periods in deep space and atmospheric re-entry. As a result, thresher spores appear on many worlds, spread by previous generations of space travelers. The body of a thresher never entirely leaves the ground. Only the head and tentacles erupt from the earth to attack. In addition to physical attacks, threshers have the ability to project toxic chemicals and emit bursts of infrasound as a shockwave weapon. The Alliance first encountered threshers on the colony of Akuz in 2177. After contact was lost with the Pioneer team, Marine units were deployed to investigate. The shore parties were set upon by hungry threshers, and nearly the entire assault force was killed. Alliance forces recommend engaging threshers with vehicle-mounted heavy weapons.
Yeah. They're not fun. The Unification Wars. This is also another big thing for the Turians. At about the time the Solarians and Asari were forming the Council, the Turians were embroiled in a bitter civil war. The Unification War, as it was later named, began with hostilities between the colonies furthest from the Turian homeworld of Palaven. These colonies were run by local chieftains, many of whom had distanced themselves from the hierarchy. Without the galvanizing influence of the government, the colonies became increasingly isolated and xenophobic. Colonists began wearing emblems or facial markings to differentiate themselves from members of the colonies, of other colonies, and open hostilities became common. When war finally broke out, the hierarchy maintained strict diplomacy and refused to get involved. After several years of fighting, less than a dozen factions remained, and the hierarchy finally intervened. By that time, the chieftains were too weak to resist. They were forced to put an end to the fighting and renew their allegiance to the hierarchy. Though peace was restored, it took several decades of animosity between colonies to fade completely. To this day, most Turians still wear the facial markings of their home colonies as a point of interest. The Turian term barefaced refers to one who is beguiling or not being trusted. It is also a slang term for politicians. I don't know if I'd have to look. Does Garrus? Yeah, Garrus does. The blue paint. I can't believe I almost forgot he did. So yeah, they had a big civil war and it was bad. So now we're going to go to the anomaly. See what's happening on this planet. Oh, the little bug guys. So these insignias are what, like, it's the differentiating marks. It's unclear what happened to this Turian. He had an ancient paper book with the Bostra outpost insignia printed on the cover. Okay, where's the next place? Debris down here, and then there's that. Oh, that lightning is so cool. Yeah, the original Mako was less floppy than this, though. Go. Incendiary rounds. That sounds fun. Ouch. Eek, eek. Oh, there's some stuff over there. I'll have to go grab that later.
All targets down.
Ooh, dead guy. Some enemies. That'll make it explode a little bit better. It's just me. I don't got
Fire in the hole.
Save. Oh, I forgot that my grenade did that. Ouch. It's the square button. It's really hard to do the grenades, but
Shields disabled.
oh boy. Oh! immunity. He's got immunity.
Someone give me a hand.
Oh boy. I forget how to use the med kit.
To me.
Nope. None of those. What's the button again? I've never really had to use that before. You're not gonna tell me, are you? I'll figure it out. Triangle. Triangle. Of course it's triangle. Just die. Come on, bro. I get your Krogan. You're really hard to kill, but it's ay, 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 mamacita. It's a sniper. I gotta push you over now. Snipers can one-shot you. Everybody coming up? There you go.
Method deployed.
Yeah, I'll give them health. Okay, I think that's everything in here. What's behind door number 1? Before we go, never mind. That is locked.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God, Shepard, is that you?
Corporal Toombs? But I saw you die on a Coos. How did you get here?
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this. This man is delusional.
See, they were running tests on the Thresher Maws. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
Bruh.
What did they do to you, Toombs?
You can't believe Toombs. He doesn't have any proof. I demand a fair trial.
He was there! You bastard! He knows the truth. They're part of some organization, Cerberus, that runs secret tests like this. They treated me like a lab animal. This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
I don't have enough? You gotta be kidding me.
I can arrest him. He'll answer for his crimes in court.
Weren't you listening? He was part of a secret organization. I don't know what Cerberus is, but they'll never let their operation become public. This is the only way. Are you helping me, or are you killing me?
Toombs, it doesn't have to be like this. This isn't the only way.
It is for me. I avenged them, Shepard. Our unit can finally rest in peace.
He probably
I
deserved
can finally let go. The vids say that you were the sole survivor of what happened at Akuz.
No.
Who am I to argue?
No. No! You... Bro. Oh, bro. I've never had enough to not save him. Oh, bro. Oh my god. Well, Tomb's corpse slumps to the floor. His face, pinched with rage just a few moments ago, appears peaceful. He resolved the situation in his own way. You salute the corporal's body. He deserved that at least, and turn to leave. Well, crap. I don't want him to die. Well, that sucked. The guy got palladium. I don't know how I feel about that.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. It's unfortunate both the Doctor and Toombs died, but I know you did your best under the circumstances. I hope this helped you find some peace, Commander. Thank you. Fifth Fleet out.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Next thing.
Normandy, Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skillian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
Yeah, or worse.
Could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
So we gotta go through all these and kill the Geth. Kill the Geth. I don't remember which. Of course I grabbed the one. It's like I don't remember which one I land on or not. While scanning the planet Pregel, you discovered several marker buoys orbiting it. Chief Engineer Adams secured some high-res optical images of the buoys, which appeared to have been neglected for some time. Each one was marked with the Baitica colony insignia. If we're killing Geth, you want the Quarian on the team. I guess I'll take you because, yeah. Crap. Assault rifles, I guess. Just keep going. Give you shotguns. Or that was combat armor, never mind. Shotguns is there. Yeah, just master warp. And yeah, we'll start giving you that so you can get shotguns. There you go. You got the best pistol talent. So you need to have the best pistol. Yeah, I'll give you this one. Okay. Bruh, gotta love the scam callers. Okay. Give you a Banshee, sure. Okay. I think you should have cooldown speed because you just have a lot of good abilities that can be punched out fast. You have shotgun. Better damage versus synthetics, or just start doing toxic damage? I think toxic's better. No, that should actually be that. Get rid of that. There you go. That. Yeah. And give you this, that. Okay, that should be good. The thing we need to go to is up there, so we'll go this way first. It's like Tatooine. Got the binary stars. Thorium. Where was it? Oh, there. They're very, very tiny. Turian insignia. The strange-looking sensor has some ancient graffiti scribbled on it. It appears to be marked with the Edison colony. Thomas Edison. very picky about where you want to set it. This massive skull is scored by deflected mass accelerator shots. The xenobiology files in your hard-suit computer can't identify the species. It must have been brought here from an unknown world. Let me back up and look at this. Do I know that? It had 4 eyes, big mouth. Is a fish. I don't know what that could be. I'm saying it's a fish because I didn't see any leg bones. And it had a tail bone, so... Maybe a dinosaur? I don't know. Okay, let's go over to the Geth outpost, I guess. Just taking out the trash. There's another mineral. Beryllium. Whoops. Don't look at that. Oh my gosh. There you go. Whenever I think of beryllium, I just think of Galaxy Quest. I don't know if any of you guys have watched it. The beryllium sphere. Another one. There's 3 things here. Dodge. Or the other out there. Come on. There you go. Gonna grab this thing and then keep fighting. There you go. And then got it. Magnesium. Get out of there. Oh, you got the Colossus. These things are not fun. The armatures in the Colossus. Colossi. Oh, I know. I forgot. I can do this. I can just ram them and make them trip.
3 more of these outposts left to clear out? This should be fun.
Alright, I think that's everything here. Oh, I guess full assault rifles. There you go. Shotguns are unlocked. Right there and there. Yep. Alrighty. Map. Let's go to the next system, I guess. Got a Hong Kong. Got some lithium. Make some batteries out of that. Scans of Matar revealed debris from a destroyed Asari freighter. Further scans uncovered a body which was brought on board. Dr. Chakwas examined it, but learned nothing about the origins. Among the Asari's personal effects, however, was one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings. Wait a second. I thought I saw there was a small planet in there, but no. Do the same group again, I guess. Got the fireballs coming down, that's cool. So Geth Outpost is over there, so let's go this way first. Sorry, just looking around. I might not have the best quality, but these environments are insane. I just hope Mass Effect 5 is better than Andromeda was. You guys haven't seen them yet, but what I want is more Drell. Maybe have an Elcor party member, that'd be kind of funny and cool. He'd be fitted with like only certain heavy weapons, like you can't give him a regular loadout, he has his own, I guess. Maybe a Hanar. We'll have to see. ID tag. Buried under the beacon was an identification tag for Captain Thane. There is no indication of why it was hidden here or who buried it in the first place. Well, 07 for that dude. So what, did somebody murder him but then have respect to bury him there? Because if so, at least we should bury him. Instead of just leaving him out here. To get eaten by something, I don't know. Boom. Yeah, this is one of the worst maneuvering levels in the game just because they have to put in all the peaks, but it's okay. Yeah, imagine this, but you didn't have the thrusters back then. It was terrible. Oh god. That's a lot of damage. At least armatures are easier to take down than Colossi. I think you can bully them by running them over. Alright, what's this? Geth transmitter. The Geth array is transmitting regular data bursts on a encrypted channel. Using the Alliance's own FTL comm buoys, it's not clear where the data is being directed nor the content of the signal. It's turned off. Honestly, I don't know if stuff like that, you know, actually helps in the future. Not that I know. Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry. Got gold. How are we gonna get over there? This way? Ouch. How do you... Well, that hit him. These don't really work for you guys. Oh great. Got a death fighter. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Keep dodging.
That's number 2. Let's get to the next base.
There you go. Easy peasy squeezy wheezy. I think that's everything. So items for more. I'm gonna start doing into Spectre training. He will get better shotguns. You will get better decryption just so we can get you the hacking. Two more to go. Tereshkova. While scanning the asteroid field in the Tereshkova system, you picked up some anomalous readings. After some daring maneuvers by Joker, a small team was able to recover some debris from one of the larger rocks. Among the items discovered was a League of One medallion. Nice. T-bar. I think we land on Antibar. Found a deposit of iridium. Large deposit of mercury. Don't land here. This one has a really pretty sky. Yeah, just keep going with these two. Everyone levels up the same, so it doesn't matter for that. It's just basically for what conversations you want to have, and maybe like if you just want synergy. Which honestly I don't really need synergy just because my character is pretty powerful themselves, but it's fun. stay out of his way. Ay, ay, ay. Level up again. Yep, there you go. Unity allows people to get back up if they get knocked out, so... Okay. Nothing around here, right? Yeah, so we got some dead Geth, we got some dead other people. The vehicle and the human corpses show the telltale signs of Geth weapons fire. The Geth have been mangled by the Thresher Maw. At least they got what was coming to them. Let me repair this thing quickly. Prothean Rune. Ooh. Prothean data disk recovered. Searching the runes, you discover a Prothean data disk. It must have been dropped by one of the Thresher Maw's many victims. Nice. And now, go this way and get the next gift thing. But look at that, though. Would I go blind watching that? Yeah, but it's worth it. I don't know, I'm more of a snow person. I think snow makes everything look cooler and prettier. Especially if you ever have trees and it gets the tips of the branches iced, and then that, you know, the sun hits it just right. That's awesome. And you don't got to deal with bugs because most of the bugs die from the cold, so... Or they at least go underground. I think it was this way. Yep. I was gonna deal with the Colossus first, but these guys are not being fun. Oh boy. I can still move. I thought I was locked in place when it vanished. Colossus left, which means I can bully him. Ah! Oh, no job. Oh, my health just dipped. Don't tell me I gotta, because the auto saves in this can get wonky. I gotta do everything again? Sorry guys. That was weird, the health just disappeared. Die. Oh my god. That was close. Come on. Okay. Do that. Then we'll go over here and get that. I'll make sure to quick save quickly, so, you know, we don't gotta go through all that again. That was the first death, though. Yeah, this way again. Oh yeah, I gotta save quickly. Just in case. There you go. Okay, let's try this without dying. Let's wait for shields to get back up. I think there's still, yep, there was still a guy there. Okay, now it's just... And that's that heavy bug. So I did all that, finally. Now that I got Unity, I think I'll upgrade this, and then I'll start doing the Spectre training. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why I unscanned it. That's fine. Now we're going to Gagarin. Got a deposit of cobalt. Scans revealed a wrecked freighter orbiting one of Junthor's smaller moons. A recon team found no signs of life, but they did recover one of Matriarch Delanaga's writings. this way first. I guess we can get the anomaly last. We got a bunch of stuff, but I don't remember everything. Armor plating, which is kind of meh. Keep that for me. Make a heat sink, I guess. No, this is for the shotgun. For your pistol, armor piercing, and high caliber, I guess. Sniper chemical, heat sink, because you can get one more shot off with heat sinks in. Hammerhead, heat sink. Okay, I guess that's everything. Besides grenades, I even need to check my grenades. That's why. Even more damage in radius and weapons force, or damage per second? Probably just, yeah. Again, new thing. Data disks. Despite all the evidence confirming the existence of the Protheans, little is known about their culture and society. From time to time, dig sites will yield new clues, but after 50,000 years of decay, little of value is unearthed. Recent research has focused on the discovery of Prothean data disks. On their own, they are frail and rarely found in one piece. Occasionally, however, an intact data disk will be discovered within a console or reading device. To date, over 36 disks have been recovered, and a few of those have been restored to the point where researchers can begin analyzing them. Though it may be some time before the scientists discover a way to transfer the data off the disks, they are currently considered the most tangible leads for learning more about the Prothean culture. Fair enough. Wow, blinding. That's huge. Imagine if our moon was like that. Oh boy. We got a deposit up there. go. Thorium. I don't know about this element. Is it real? I've heard of all the other ones, not this. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not the destination. I hope it's not the top of this thing. That probably is. Come on. Here we go. It is. And we got dragon's teeth everywhere. Bro, what's that sound? Boom, 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 boom.
Enemy sighted.
Oh, it's husks. That's not good. Come on. You had my back, bro. Tally, why are you not on your pistol? Carnage him. Okie schmoky. Okay. So what, did Geth come in here? we got Geth. Ow. I'll go back into that one room, but I guess there's not a reason. It's just that you're supposed to piece together the Geth came in and turned everyone into husks. Yeah, nothing on this console or that one. Mr. Crate. There's nothing in this room. Okay. Moral of the story is don't work out in the middle of nowhere or a bunch of killer robots will come and turn you into zombies. Because that makes sense.
Of operations.
There you go.
Hold on. This receiver's picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I'd say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
The main Geth base. Use the signal to lock onto its location and go take it out.
There's my ship. They kind of took it away from me. I'll give you a second best. Keep the Avenger for someone who's trained in it. There you go, my boy. Hurricane for you, I guess. A scimitar. I won't put the other one on because I don't use shotguns. Guess that's everything's good to go. Go over here before leaving. You guys hear that too? Ooh. Polonium. The downed pod contained a League of One medallion. Its owner is nowhere to be found. That's not good. Grissom. With Grissom Academy. Where's it at? Scans revealed a small deposit of polonium. Tell me there's nothing in this one. I guess not. Scans of Benda uncovered an ancient Solarian vessel. A small team was dispatched to search for valuables. The only thing of value recovered was a League of One medallion. While scanning, you detected a deposit of beryllium. That's gorgeous. Yeah, so because that's a level 1 hazard, it just means when we go outside, we gotta hurry up. The Mako? Yeah, the Mako. The Mako will give us protection, but once we leave it, we're on our own. There were several artifacts stored here, all worthless except for one of Matriarch Dilanaga's writings. Whether it was uncovered at the dig site or elsewhere is unclear. Go to the debris. And then we'll go to the exclamation point, which I'm going to guess is the GIF base of operations. Over here. It doesn't say what it is, so I'm gonna guess that's why. Probably so you don't just be like, it's a gift at base, I gotta go over there and get ready for the fight. They want to try to put you off guard. So I bet once I get in range, my scanner in the bottom right is gonna be jammed. Really pretty sun though. I like how you can bully these guys. They're supposed to be one of the most dangerous guys in the game, but you can just stop their attacks by running into them. You're next. I should probably save, just in case. Destroyers are terrible. They run up to you and they shoot rockets. It's very terrible to go down.
Fire in the hole!
I just gotta deal with the leapfrogs. Which... As the last Geth falls, you hear music from across the room. On the monitor, a Quarian stands before a hushed crowd, warbling a mournful a cappella of worlds and innocent lost. The recorded song is dispatched to the Geth worlds behind the Perseus Veil. The transmitter shuts down. They just wanted music. You discover a number of encrypted Geth data files. In the proper hands, they could reveal much about the evolution of the Geth since the banishment of the Quarians. I don't know what Tali is doing, but it's fine. Yep, nothing up here, so we're good to go. All of these clusters are clear because the Geth are gone, so we don't gotta come back. Sorry. Where is it? There it is. I think that's everything. Yep. We got a better assault rifle. The Raptor. You can take this one. I think that's it. Besides maybe upgrades. Oh yes. Shields, mobile accuracy, and cooldown reduction. Or toxin resistance and regeneration. Yeah, that's a lot better. You might like that one, the shields and that. And you just give you damage protection. More shotguns, hacking. Here we go, go back.
Message from Admiral Hackett, Commander. Patching it through.
We just received your report. Looks like this Geth incursion was bigger than we thought. They were probably preparing for a major offensive in the system. We're increasing patrols in the Armstrong cluster to make sure they can't establish another foothold in the region. Nice job, Shepard. You saved a lot of human lives on this mission. Hack it out.
Alright, I think I'll see if there's anything new in here. Don't think there is. Alright, I think after all that, you know, going through 3 different systems and doing everything, I think it's time to, I'll leave it off, and then next time we'll do all the extra stuff. We'll go after to Sony after doing these, if I can. We'll talk to Tali next time because that thing we got just a few minutes ago is for Tali. Her like little quest she has. We got all these things to do now, which are the kind of like collectibles, but they also do contribute later in the games. So we got a good amount of those started. We got 4 out of the 10 medallions, and we need some more ID tags. We still got to work on emblems and writings and artifacts, but we're getting there. Yeah, and then we'll next time start off with her, and then we'll see whichever we feel like doing of these two first, because they're both pretty good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll try to get this on YouTube again. Might take a little bit, but yeah. If you wanted to see everything that happened, go there, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys in next time we do this. Peace.